Alright guys, before this video starts, I want to say that this house is probably the best Airbnb I've been to. Doesn't mean that everything else is bad, but this one I just like a lot. Today we are taking a look at an Airbnb called Post Haus, which is a very modern mid-century Airbnb that was built just last year. And this place, no joke, has literally everything I think you could possibly need for a good vacation. I'm talking, it has a sauna, it has 2 acres of backyard space next to a running stream, it has a super modern kitchen, a pirate ship, and a Nintendo Classic Mini, and that's just to name a few of the things that they have here. So let's head into the Green Mountain National Forest and check out the Post Haus. So before I start the full tour, if you guys like this type of content and like what I create and you see my videos before, like the video. And if this is your first time here, also like the video. It really goes such a long way. And speaking of a long way, after your long drive here, you'll be pulling into your property through a front gate which leads down to your gravel driveway. And this is where you'll see your property is actually sitting on stilts. It has space underneath to park 2 cars and some recessed lighting underneath for nighttime. There's also an EV charger that's further down the driveway, which is the first property I've ever seen with an EV charger. And it made me wish I had a Tesla one day. You'll enter through the property through this door on your right, which is where you'll enter this mudroom looking, staircase looking thing. That's what I'm gonna call it. You have a space to keep all your jackets and skiing and snowboard gear. Clearly, I think this is for snowboarders. And when you're ready, you can head up the wooden stairs, which lead you to your actual entrance for your property. So I'm gonna call this system paranoid proof. It was nice to see there's 2 different doors that you can lock to get into your property. Entering through the top door brings you into a little hallway where you'll find your bathroom on your left. That's separated by a sliding door. Inside, the floor changes to this hexagonal wooden tile thing. It looks like wood, it's also hexagonal, and it's definitely tile. That's definitely a first. And the first door to your left is the bathroom, with your vanity being made of a wooden block and a large white sink on top. And then you have obviously your giant circular mirror in front of this tiled backsplash. And then behind, of course, is your porcelain throne with some shelves for clothes and towels that you might be bringing right above it. Right outside are a few row of shelves for your towels, your laundry detergent, your fabric softeners, which will all come in handy when using the washer and dryer that are right next to it. And best believe I used it because I kept using the sauna that is right next to it. This is a Sunlighten branded infrared sauna, which actually works by heating your body up instead of the room. And this is a side note, if you don't use saunas, you should look into it because there are so many health benefits for going into a sauna. And after you go into the sauna and you're done sweating for 30 minutes, you can get out and take a shower in the shower that is directly across from you. This shower is nice, height adjustable, perfect. It's got a regular shower head and a rain shower head, but the rain one is way cooler, so. And after you're done freshening up, you'll step outside and into the rest of your living room. They put a lot of work into the living room to make this place look super modern. There's a row of windows on one side of the house that let in a lot of the natural light from outside. And then this wooden wall also acts as a coat rack too. Pretty cool. It seems like the furniture here has multiple functions because there's storage spaces underneath what I'm gonna call a bench. And then all around are these cubbies where you can find books and decorations and even this Lego replica of the house. Just more reasons why this place is my favorite. And then around the corner is the rest of your living room. In the center of it, you have a bright yellow mid-century fire pit. Mid-century is such a funny word. That sits on tiles and runs right up to the ceiling. So obviously those tiles are protecting this place from burning down. And it makes a very cool design because the contrast of the tile to the white next to it looks really cool. And then to the right of it is a house-shaped holder for all the wooden logs that you put in the fireplace. Then continuing on is your 43-inch smart TV. And I don't actually think I've ever used a TV at any of the shoots or locations I've been to, but this time I actually did because this home has a Nintendo Classic Mini, which is so unique. Again, more reasons why this place is #1. And I had a blast playing, spending time with myself. There is also a very modern record player right next to it with some vinyls underneath, but it also doubles as a Bluetooth speaker. So I would say this is a 10 out of 10 in home entertainment. I was entertained the whole time. They did a good job here. Behind your TV is where you're gonna find your cloth couch. And then you have a wooden avocado shaped coffee table on top of this small rug. And then these 2 tables that are next to the sides of the couch that you can put like your phone on or something small. But then if you need more table space, you have a much larger wooden table to the left with 4 chairs and this really cool halo ring light right above it. And then moving to the left, you'll have your really ultra modern kitchen. And since I've been cooking so much more, this kitchen is perfect. You're immediately greeted with a basket of snacks, and don't mind if I do. And they went with a white, gray, and wooden theme for the entire kitchen that I think suits it pretty well. There's a white granite countertop that wraps around the entire kitchen, and you'll be cooking in what I'm gonna call a double-decker stove. That also has 5 burners on top, including this middle one that has the coolest ignition pattern. It looks sick. You have a massive fridge to keep all of the food that you bring with you, and then there's just so many drawers and counters and pull-out spice shelves for literally anything else that you would need to store to make a meal. And of course you have your other appliances like your microwave, your coffee maker, and your toaster. And then here's the thing, I was trying to find a dishwasher and then I realized that it's actually disguised as a wooden shelf. So you can tell they did like all they could do to keep the theme of this place very consistent. So kudos to you guys for that. Another reason, by the way, opposite of the kitchen is the first bedroom, which is separated by a sliding door. Now this room is, I would say, definitely for kids. Under a very high ceiling is a bunk bed with a single bed on top and a double underneath. And the room has a closet for keeping all the kids' stuff. And there's also more storage in the stairs that lead up to the single bed as well if the kids need some more space. Kids bring iPads like nowadays, they'd probably put that there, right? I do really like that they included this shelf that has a bunch of like storybooks. So I guess depending on your kid's age, you could read them a bedtime story before bed. It'd be nice. And then you have a window that you can pull down when it's time to go to sleep. And right next to this room is the master bedroom. This is where you'll be sleeping on a queen size bed that looks out to the forest and stream in front of the property. Above the bed is an AC unit for the summer months. And I thought I was done with everything in the room, but I found that there's actually additional storage underneath the bed. So even more space to store all your stuff. Then you have this really large closet to your left with a few shelves for anything else that you might need. And I honestly can't tell if this is decoration or if it's a chair. Interesting choice. It works as a chair if you wanted to know. And then two more things. Firstly, there's wireless chargers on either side. So if there's two people, they can charge your phones. And then there's this thing, which I thought was a regular speaker. It turns out it's a white noise machine. So if you like listen to white noise, which I sometimes do, you can turn it on at night when you want to go to sleep. Really cool. I didn't end up using it because I didn't even know it was there, but there's always tonight. But I'm not gonna lie, there is so much stuff in this cabin. If I was to go in depth on everything, it would probably take like 30 minutes. So you're just gonna have to see that stuff for yourself. But I want to get to the reason why I think this is my favorite Airbnb so far. So let's go outside. So I do want to start on the deck first. You have some chairs to the right, and then this place is so fancy. They add diffusers outside to diffuse the air outside in nature. I don't know how effective that is. Going around to the other side of the house is the 2 acres of this well-maintained land, trimmed to perfection. You'll see that you have a few picnic tables on one side, and then you have a grill that's hidden under this tree, and then you'll see your fire pit with chairs all around it that overlook this rocky stream next to you. That's so nice. It's so unique and nice. It gives you this incredible view, an incredible experience. I was gonna go take a cold shower in it. I'm not gonna do that. Maybe. I don't know, I don't think so. And then you have a wooden pirate ship, which confirms my theory on the kids. So someone must have crashed it while going down the river and it landed here. That's pretty cool too. If I was still a kid, you'd probably find me sleeping out there, but I really like that they included this because again, so unique, so interesting. They have the land for it, so why not? And kids definitely love it. There are some other trees and rocks scattered around too, and then this row of string lights, which lights the place up pretty nicely at night. And this has been my favorite part because of how private it feels, how much space you have to sit down and relax during the summer months, because I'm sure during the winter time you can't really do that. You can even walk down to the stream as well. Very secluded, very nice, and you're gonna have a good time here. But let's say you didn't want to stay here for your trip. What else is there to do around the area? This property is located very close to downtown, only like 5 minutes away, where you could go shopping if you like. There's a whole bunch of mountains and swimming holes too. So summertime, you definitely have stuff to do in the woods. And then during the winter months, there's like a few mountains like only 30 minutes away. The closest one's 10 minutes away. If you're into snowboarding and skiing, which I am, so I might have to come back. But if you just want to stay in, you can grab a bundle of wood from this giant stack that they have outside and just relax in the fireplace, or you can go inside and just play Nintendo games all night. Why not? So I would definitely say this place is for families. The bedrooms, the pirate ships, the open spaces, the game console, it kind of points to the fact that kids aren't just welcome, they're encouraged to come here. So of course, if you want to check this place out, the listing will be in the description. And then if you know anyone else who has a property like this that's really cool, they want to review, let me review it. The email will also be in the description. And then if you're still watching, you probably like my videos, right? So it would really help me out if you guys subscribe, because it supports my channel more than you know. It pushes it out to people when you like and subscribe, and that helps me a lot to keep making these videos for you guys. But that's really all I have for now. So as always, guys, have fun, travel the world, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.